It's Tuesday, and today's topic is all about getting your hiring right. Now, as a sales leader, someone who's been a sales leader before and now running my own business and working with a number of other sales leaders as I have over many years now, hiring is arguably the most important aspect of a sales leader's role. Because if you get it right and you've got the best in class talent in the right seats, you've just got a system and a machine that's just going to run, right? It's just going to be on attack mode. It's going to play offense and do exactly what you need it to do. But equally, if you get hiring wrong and you have the wrong people in the wrong seats, it's just a car crash, right? And it's a car crash for so many different reasons. Loss of productivity, the impact on your team and the culture and the dynamic, the opportunity cost, i.e. missed out revenue, that if you had the right person in that same seat, you would have got a much better yield and return on that same head. And so there's so many reasons why it's just incredibly important to get hiring right. So let's talk a little bit about some of the key attributes that really should go into making sure that you get hiring right. Now, a big part of this for me is I built out a criteria quite some time ago. I call it the IDEA criteria. It's spelled conventionally with idea, but it's got an H at the end. Now, the I stands for intelligence. And when I talk about intelligence, I'm not necessarily talking about do you have a PhD to your name. But I work, of course, within the software sales arena and now working with companies that sell AI-based solutions and are within SaaS. So with that considered, there is just a real reality that you've got to have what I describe as a speed of thought. You need to be able to pick up on and understand concepts, ingest those concepts, and then be able to go out and execute on them. So as a sales leader, you need to look for talent that have some form of speed of thought, that they've got an ability to grasp concepts, ingest information, and then break that down in a more simplistic way so that clients and potential customers can understand that. There's different ways that this speed of thought can be evidenced. The best way is ultimately in an interview when you're asking questions, seeing the way that they receive and respond to those questions and ultimately how they articulate themselves. You can give role plays or different scenarios where you test that person's ability to present themselves or present particular concepts and look at the way that they're able to take something complex and then break it down in a simplistic way. And so these are just certain ways that you can consider intelligence holistically. The D is then for drive. Now, drive to me is just incredibly important, right? You need talent who have got the bit between their teeth, maybe a bit of a chip on their shoulder, but really something to prove, that they want to come into the organization and actually make an impact, that they want to become a part of your team. And you know that they are driven, they have a cause, they have a purpose, they have something that is going to fuel them when times get tough. Because the one guarantee that we do have, especially being in software sales, is that times will get tough, whether it's missed quotas, just challenging scenarios that they've got to face. So you want to make sure that you're staring down the barrel of talent that is going to be able to march forward in any given scenario. Now, the E stands for experiences. And I don't want this to be confused for experience. When we say experience, we're talking about someone that's got a strong amount of track record or, been in organizations for many, many years. And that's not what I mean at all. When I talk about experiences, this is really someone that's got what I describe as diversity of perspective. So they've seen many different movies throughout their life and career. When I say movies, I literally mean situations and scenarios. And this plays into the point that I was just talking about, really around the need to be able to lean into challenges and difficult times and resiliency. You want someone who's been through a breadth of different experiences in their life, because what that brings is, again, diversity of perspective, but it also helps you to feel confident that no matter what's happening in your organization, they're going to be able to pivot. They're going to be able to bring a fresh perspective, new thoughts, new insights to the team. And that can be incredibly valuable, especially when you're looking to bring on talent that might have some leadership potential over time. And that brings us nicely onto the A, which stands for adaptability. Now, we're talking about SaaS companies. We're talking about AI-based companies. Things move fast, right? Organizations move quick. They're very, very dynamic and fast-paced. So with all of that considered, you need talent that can be adaptable. You need people that can quickly pivot left or pivot right and are accepting of the fact that the organization is going to change very quickly. One moment you may be in a scenario where you've been able to, go from one member of staff and now you need to hire 50, and you need to have talent that are comfortable in those types of situations where maybe you've taken a change in product direction. You need people that are able to move with the ship wherever it's going and to be able to pivot very quickly and be agile in their mentality. And then the final letter here is H, which is hunger to learn. You want people that are hungry, right? People that are driven, that have got a continual thirst for knowledge and learning and education. Of course, you're going to have some form of enablement plan, but if you're a younger company, maybe you don't have a huge knowledge base. So you want people who are proactive and able to actually go out there, educate themselves, find sources of information to help them to continue to move forward. And so when you take each of those letters and that criteria, it puts you in a really good circumstance, a really good scenario where you can evaluate talent and be able to say, is this person going to be effective for me as I continue to build and scale and grow my organization? If you'd like any support with any of this, please do get in touch. Of course, here at Fetch, this is exactly what we do. We specialize in finding best-in-class talent, developing them, and then putting them within an organization like yours so that you can scale and continue to be successful. So if any of this resonates, drop me an email, alex@fetch.ai. If you've got any questions, do let me know. And equally, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I'll see you on the next video.